Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of EricksonTV. Curtis here with Lauren. Hello Lauren.
Hey Curtis, hey everybody.
Hey Lauren, as we're approaching the holidays, specifically we have Thanksgiving coming up this week.
That's right.
And
that means food.
Food. Actually, as a little personal note, Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays because it's just about eating,
right?
And, no gifts, and,
right.
and actually, even if you can get away from watching the football games and things like that, it allows for maybe a little introspection about what to be thankful for.
Right.
So I think that's a great thing. I found this article on today's USA Today, and so this is all their statistics. I'm not going to have to then quote the source of these statistics, but
okay.
Their headline is "Amid Gloom, Reasons to Give Thanks."
Oh, okay.
And these are really broad overview things, but I really noticed that depending on what day of the week it is, on certain interactions with people, clients and people we just meet, there isn't always a lot of optimism about the future.
Oh yeah.
So I thought this would be of interest. I'm not going to do every one, but just some of the ones. I mean, the obvious one is stock market is soaring. The Dow Jones Industrial so far this year has hit 43 all-time highs, but the point of it is not about a specific stock index. It's just that I think you and I know intuitively that a lot of what drives the economy is confidence.
Right.
And so the interesting thing was the takeaway from this is right up to 2008, before the stock market did their crash. 65% of the people had investments in the stock market. Now, as of today, only 52% of Americans have investments in the stock market.
Still?
Yeah, whether it's mutual funds or
Still?
stocks.
After all this time.
Right. So right now, only about half the people are enjoying the cheer of the good market. But the takeaway is that even if you're not in the stock market, the benefit of having people feeling confident about the economy, they spend more money, it keeps the economy going, and I think just overall confidence is higher. So any comments about that part of it?
Oh yeah, I think all of that is true. I'm a little bit surprised people haven't gotten back in.
Yeah.
It's been a while, folks.
Yeah, and I would suspect that more recently I have heard statistics that there has been net inflows into mutual funds. Finally, into stock mutual funds. So that tells me that some people are dipping their toes back in the market. Now, getting away from the stock market, here's some other things. These are statistics I didn't know about. The percentage of high school diplomas is rising.
Well, that's good news.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know this, but back in 1900, only 6% of the population had high school diplomas. Back in 1970, it was 80%.
Okay.
And then it kind of stagnated down below that through the 2000, and now it's trending back upward, and it's now roughly 84% of the students are graduating. So the takeaway from that is that high school diplomas are very important because lifetime the people with diplomas earn $200,000 more over their lifetime than people without a diploma. But even more important is the 75% of all crimes are committed by high school dropouts.
Right.
And then the attribute to why they think this happening is the Harvard study attributes that improved education in the lower grades.
Right.
Also, though, it's just overall demographics. Fewer kids are being arrested, and fewer girls are getting pregnant. So that's what they're attributing the race to. Now this is a big one, energy expansion. Nobody would have predicted this one a decade ago, but the International Energy Agency predicts that the United States in the year 2016 will surpass Saudi Arabia as the world's largest oil producer. And this makes...
and no one would have predicted that.
And we have so much natural gas reserves that we're building new ports to... we're basically exporting natural gas versus importing it, and so the obvious benefits. It's good for stabilizing our energy prices. It's good for not being reliant on the unstable Middle East. It has created about 526,000 manufacturing jobs since 2010, which doesn't sound like a big number, but that's the first time since the 1970s that we've had one type of uptick in manufacturing jobs.
Right,
so this is a big deal. And I know there's some environmental concerns with the fracking and some of these other things, but we have eliminated, in our power plants, we have eliminated 16,000 megawatts of production from coal, which emits twice as much as carbon dioxide. So anyway, it's always a little bit of a yin and a yang, but I think that's a good thing over the long run.
Yeah, it's an improvement over coal.
Yeah, exactly.
Big improvement.
This one, here in Seattle, we see this a lot with homelessness, but this is the last one we'll do. But homelessness has decreased decreased since 2007 by 23%. And I think largely that's because of the previous presidential administration and the current one. They've increased like housing vouchers to the chronically homeless and also particularly veterans. So that's helped that. But
interesting.
So I mean, all these things I think are just some good takeaways as we finish this episode. Big picture items that are good for to look forward ahead.
Yes, definitely.
And then from a personal point of view, I wanted to, on behalf of our office here, myself, Lauren, Sue, Shelley, and Kelsey, I wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and I hope you have a good next year. Bye now.
Definitely. See you next time.